Star Trek just confirmed its TOS and Enterprise eras never went away. For decades, Star Trek has boldly gone where no franchise has gone before, spanning centuries, alternate timelines, and even the animated realm. But in its latest bold maneuver, Star Trek has done something even more unexpected. It confirmed that the original series TOS and Enterprise eras were never truly gone. Despite decades of focusing on the next generation TNG, the Dominion War, and 32nd century Discovery adventures, the spirit, and in many ways, the continuity of those earlier time periods still thrive, subtly guiding the franchise's present and future. The proof? It's written all over Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, and even in recent hints dropped by Star Trek, Prodigy, and Starfleet Academy. These shows aren't simply referencing older series for nostalgia's sake. They're treating the TOS and Enterprise eras as vital, foundational epics whose legacies continue to shape Starfleet and the galaxy at large. The TOS era, not just a retro throwback. Star Trek, Strange New Worlds SNW has, more than any other modern Trek series, placed the TOS era front and center. It's not a reimagining, it's a continuation. Captain Pike's Enterprise is depicted with reverence, bridging the aesthetic and narrative gap between modern sensibilities and classic Trek storytelling. From the color-coded uniforms to the episodic format and character-centric plots, Strange New Worlds doesn't just honor TOS, it rejuvenates it. In Season 2 and the teaser for Season 3, the arrival of legacy characters like Montgomery Scott and the inclusion of the holodeck, a future concept reinterpreted for the past, prove that TOS lore isn't just background. It's breathing, evolving canon. It subtly reframes what came before not as old Trek, but as the very core of what Star Trek has always meant to be. A hopeful, exploratory future where ideas matter more than battles. Perhaps most impressively, SNW has begun laying groundwork that extends far beyond TOS, suggesting that the Federation struggles with identity, diplomacy, and technology originated well before Kirk's 5-year mission and continue into the far future. The Federation Council scenes, the Gorn threat, and the return of characters like Lon Nunez Singh all reinforce the message. This era still matters. Enterprise era, quietly foundational. While SNW carries the TOS torch visibly, the Enterprise era, once maligned as a misstep, is now being embraced in increasingly meaningful ways. Though Enterprise ended in 2005, it depicted a critical period in Federation history, the dawn of interstellar diplomacy, the formation of Starfleet, and the growing pains of humanity's expansion into the stars. Modern Trek series have begun to integrate Enterprise's concepts, visuals, and historical events with fresh significance. The inclusion of Archer's name on ships and institutions isn't just Easter egg territory anymore. In Strange New Worlds, the storytelling often recalls that fragile, pioneering spirit of Enterprise, especially when characters like Dr. Mabenga or Hemmer express skepticism about Starfleet's idealism. They're living in a world still shaking off the remnants of pre-Federation thinking, exactly where Enterprise left off. Even the Gorn, largely forgotten after a single TOS episode and never featured in Enterprise, have become a terrifying major foe in Strange New Worlds, connecting the eras through shared threats and new understandings. The Vulcan logic versus human emotion conflict, so vital in Enterprise, also continues in SNW through Spock's character arc. These aren't accidental similarities, they're purposeful bridges. Prodigy and Starfleet Academy. Looking backward to move forward, Star Trek, Prodigy, although set years after Voyager's return, doesn't just lean on TNG era tropes. Instead, it incorporates the full weight of Starfleet history, including the TOS and Enterprise eras. Hologram Janeway frequently invokes early Federation history to inspire the young crew, and the show even references legacy ships and protocols dating back to the 22nd century. Meanwhile, the upcoming Starfleet Academy series is primed to further connect the franchise's long history. Early concept art and official teasers suggest a renewed focus on Starfleet's founding principles that were hotly debated and defined during the events of Enterprise. If Starfleet Academy wants to explore what it truly means to become a Starfleet officer, it must address the philosophical and tactical roots established by characters like Archer and Pike. Why these eras matter now more than ever. In a media landscape where reboots and reimaginings are everywhere, Star Trek is,